All right, guys, welcome back. It's me, Daniel, VintageMagic.com, and we're at the new headquarters of Beckett in Plano, Texas. Haven't been here since the COVID. Check this out. Look at this. Beautiful furniture, more modern. The old location was a little bit outdated. This one's a lot more modernized, up to date, and it's really nice. This video is going to be all about talking about graded cards, what's new in the world of grading, stuff like that. So enjoy the video. Thanks, guys, for watching. Have a nice day.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
And guys, special guest, Aram?
Aram
from Beckett. How's the new building?
Oh, new digs are perfect. They're massive new building we have here in Plano. Accepting in-house orders, so come on in and drop off with us here in Plano.
What's the biggest difference right now with the submissions? Is there any changes at all going on?
We have noticed TCG cards have overtaken a little bit on the sports side here lately.
Oh, wow.
So we have seen an influx of gaming cards come in. So that is really big for us, especially with people collecting and going for the grail of those black labels.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I like are the labels changing to is it that now?
No, that's just a mock-up. It's
okay.
Just what we had at last year's national that
right.
We had a lot of buzz about. It's just a little display item. It's not really.
I like the logo though.
Yeah,
that
nice. Is our new Beckett logo, Beckett B, but we're still sticking to the traditional logo and case that we have.
And you're still doing the BAS signatures?
We are.
The JSA is gone.
Yeah, no more JSA. We're now Beckett Authentication, BAS. So we have our BAS logo, BAS cases, everything now through BAS.
All right, guys. Well, this was a great experience. Gabby over there helped me. We got some, cards counted. It's a great setup, and thanks for some information.
Thank you for coming.
I like this location better.
Oh no, yeah. I know the last one was.
That was a little like old school.
It was.
But that's all good. All right, guys. Submit to Beckett. They're the best. See you later. All right, guys. Welcome back. It's me, Daniel, with VintageMagic.com. It's been a while. I want to talk today all about these graded cards. Obviously, you saw in the intro. I was in Dallas, Texas recently, submitted a 500+ order to Beckett. One of many that's going to be happening. I'm going to be doing more stuff with Beckett. And I've thought about the CGC thing. And I want to talk about kind of CGC and Beckett today. And might as well throw in the PSA thing in the mix too. All right, so I haven't done a graded video thing. Obviously, for those of you who are looking for graded cards, high-end cards, I sell them on my eBay store. Link is below. Not looking for what you want, always message me. I have it. I just don't post it. I'm buying also, so please call me, text me, 206-914-7974. Fuck the emails. Just call me, text me. No waste time. If you really want to send me email, go to daniel@vintagemagic.com, email, or vintagemagic.com. Contact us. All right, enough of the trying to make some money. This is not how I make my money. I sell and buy things. So graded cards are interesting lately. Graded cards have been going on a downturn for sports cards, Pokemon, etc. Has followed the trend also with all of the inflationary problems earlier, but more importantly, the economy is in a weird situation, like I've said. The interest rates are really high. You don't have to put anything with your money, but put it in a Capital One or a SoFi account or whatever account you want, and it's generally over 4%. That's pretty awesome, comparative to 0%, basically 0.001 in the past. So people are getting yield without doing anything. Therefore, the capital's not going anywhere into collectibles, or should it? Graded cards have always been the thing people put their high dollar money value into. They believe that it has the highest range to go up. And from my analysis and understanding and research of the recent sales of auctions, they've definitely seen a dip overall. From Heritage to eBay to anywhere you see, prices are cheaper. But I think what's really important to understand is that the raw card prices are cheaper, which causes the graded cards to go cheaper. That's very important, especially for BGS 7, 7.5, 8 cards, where those are used for cracking out of the cases and you can play with them on your Alpha 40 decks, or you want to put them in a binder. You don't want them in a graded case. So that's perfect. Even 8.5s, even some 9s. Now, the 9.5s and the BGS 9.5s and the Gem, the Pristines of the world, I have seen very little changes of the interest in those. The high dollar ticket value item cards, the people want to buy those cards. The thing is, though, the supply is very, very low. It's very hard to find a freshly graded. I'm not talking about the 8 series back in the day. Now it's over that. It's like, I don't know, 1.5 million out of car. I don't know what they've done. But that new 1500 series and up, that type of thing, those are the freshly graded cards. Very difficult to get BGS 10s in the alpha, beta sets. So, as I've predicted in the past, there's a massive slowdown amount of grading for the older cards because of the supply alone, right? All the older cards back in the day a lot of them have already been graded, if not bought in collections. And now people like myself, I'm finding it harder to find graded, high quality ungraded cards. A lot of played ones, but very difficult high quality ungraded ones. Now you can buy the sealed product and crack it, but well, that's called gambling, and still it's not to your advantage these days. The high-end graded packs and sealed product have gone down in some way, but the alpha especially, and some beta, are very valuable still. So let's talk about CGC. This is something I haven't had a chance to talk about. They announced a while back, a few months ago, that they are changing and merging all the companies into one. So it was kind of very confusing. So before, it was basically multiple brands of the trading companies. You have the sports stuff, the Pokemon, the Magic. Now they're making it all in one. I think they even branded it with their entire brand, where the comics are also involved. Long story short, subgrades. That's right. Subgrades for CGC is no longer going to exist. Well, I got to tell you right out of the gate, I don't fucking like that either. The reason why CGC was appealing to me was it's going to be a competitor to Beckett. One of the reasons why Beckett is such a powerhouse for what they do is because of the subgrades. Like it or not, I don't like it in some cases because I think they're not accurate on it all the time. There are times they're very accurate on it. They hold weight in the Magic world. Now, for those of you watching Pokemon, sports cards, whatever, a lot of you guys are like, well, I don't really give a shit about Beckett, except certain things. But if you look at sports cards, they are generally less valued compared to PSA. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't Beckett cards that are worth high dollar value. There are some. But a lot of Beckett cards, especially in the past, were trimmed. A lot of, just bad situations that happened. Not saying that PSA doesn't have that reputation also, but there was so many that got through, especially the older vintage cards. Yeah, look at the Wayne Gretzky OPG, the Jordans, stuff like that. The textures on the cards are unreally, the edges are insanely perfect. That's not the way they were in OPG, right? The Wayne Gretzky rookie year. Or the Jordans always had that kind of a little bit of riffle. Those are not, So Beckett has obviously improved their grading, but confidence for them, for sports cards, has always been bad. Pokemon, PSA, it's still number one. Very hard, next to impossible to challenge that, because once you have kind of a stronghold, as they say, in an area, there's no way, it's really difficult to beat that. So Beckett will never reach the PSA level. They can only try to get more submissions as they can. But obviously CGC is also a big player in Pokemon. I almost want to feel like they're number 2 now in Pokemon, which is a huge thing for their grading side. But for Magic, Beckett still remains number 1. And the primary reason why I figured out why it is the case, because, well, the stronghold. There's so many cards that have been graded with Beckett. And people have, consumerly, have put a lot of money into Beckett. Once you start shifting your cards to CGC, which some people are attempting to do, where they're trying to do, I think CGC has a 9.5 mint plus, first in its industry. So PSA doesn't have that. BGS doesn't have that, except if you call it quad plus plus. I guess that's mint plus, right? So, but not officially. So CGC is the first to put on a label, right, from the big companies. And I have to say that, well, you know, you got away, well, they still have pristines. And they also even have a black label. I think they have the Gem Mint, but that's a 10. But then they have a pristine 10, which is, you know, or a pristine black label with I don't know. It's fucking confusing. Just go to their website. And I've actually lost, not confidence in the people, but I'm just lost in why they even did it. I just don't like it. I'll just be honest. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that they were graded. They had these subgrades. They were, you know, really cool to compete with Beckett. I was starting to invest in some of the cards, bought, you know, over $100,000 of product in CGC, you know, stuff like that. I've graded with CGC, liked the subgrades. The values were holding decently strong. And then, this is the problem. Then is chaos over effect. If you look at the prices of CGC and the values of what they're going for, the prices are significantly less than Beckett in many cases now. It's plain and simple. And I'm also very happy that collectors, players, whatever, have taken message to the fact that you got to look at the damn card, not the grade. And that's really important, right? That's really important with any collecting, investing. Don't buy the grade, buy the card. In CGC, if you look at the cards, especially the recent changeover, right, of everyone, just in general, something's evolving where at the beginning, their cards were more challenging to get a 9 even. Even a 9.5, even quad, next to impossible. Pristine, forget about it. What happened? After the grading company got settled, the bosses were like, yo, well, I mean, Matt Quinn's a nice guy over there at CGC, but yo, I don't know what's going on. Who the hell started letting all of these cards become pristine, or these quads that don't even look like quads, or these cards that aren't even mint and they just look like near mint? Something happened. I don't know. And you know what? I'm a vendor. I'm a little disappointed in the whole fact. I'm going to put my opinion out there because I really wish that they would get their act together and put the quality control in check before it gets too bad. Because once you start establishing a precedent of a bad reputation, or you're not adding value to the cards for collectors, that's when it ends. So, I've also seen premier cards from CGC that are like supposedly pristine or gem mint quality, you know, top cards. They just don't deserve the grade, in my opinion. I'm just a little disappointed. Maybe a lot. I don't know. I have a negative feedback about it. Comment below. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you guys think? All right, so the focus on this video really is now put those 2, 3 together. Oh, I forgot about PSA. PSA in the Magic side has not done, honestly, done nothing. They haven't done much in terms of advertising it. They accept some here and there. There has been some cards here and there. People have been auctioning. The last thing that was significant was Dave Edwards' PSA 10 set that sold at the PWCC. They broke it up. There were some decent sales, but all in all, nothing spectacular. Some commons went for ridiculous money. But the rares, some of the rares were just really low. So really, honestly, I think that the market, when it was sold, was a bad time to do it. But I also think it shows the weakness in the PSA cards in the sense that some of the cards that were offered were not the new brand new cases. There was a complaint that the cases in the back of the cards that were in that auction were cloudy and potentially moldy, which was a concern. Look at the auctions, look at the history. I don't know. Some of the cards were, I heard, if you crack them out, that's what happened. They were moldy. There was, you know, some condensation. I don't know what happened. So you have a problem with PSA cases, which has been going on for a long time. You know, the shaking of the cases. I've seen this happen where you have really nice cards and you shake a little bit, you travel, and boom. It's like, damn, my card's chipped. It just shipped here and it was chipped. Or, I don't know, someone dropped it. It does happen. So you get down with PSA. But their new holder with the one where the newest one with the PSA logo in the front is kind of foil and the case is a little bit more tighter, less temperate, more temperate, evident to just crack and then reseal. Those are really good. I think those are better quality. Not sure about the molding part, but I like the way those look. Now, how is this all going to play about for investing and everything else? I really think this year is one of those weird, like downward years. Very slow. Literally, this is the election. Election's like over here somewhere. An election's going to hit this low. And there's only 2 ways this could go. its stocks are going to go lower. There's going to be some kind of crazy fight towards they don't believe that the Democrats don't like each other, Republicans don't like each other, the stock market is going to crash. And then what will happen is that eventually it'll go back up, or it just goes bullish at that election time, and then goes skyrocket at election time instantly. My prediction: probably going to get lower in the economy in that election time a little bit, and then spike a little bit more. But why is the graded cards not of interest still? Why are the prices so down? It's the same as the reason why all of the other sealed product, all singles in general for older stuff specifically, has gone down. Easily 20%, sometimes 30, 35%. And I will say to you that is because there's money in sidelines. There's people that have built their collection, have collected what they want to collect, and they're done, There's also a flood of selling out because they're worried. A lot of FOMO, fear of, needing cash, reinvesting when it's low. This phenomenon is happening quite a bit. I see people retiring. I see people, just getting divorces too. Odd things like, just weird one-off, like my grandma had this collection, or my grandpa had this, or I was left this and found this in a fire. Stuff has happened, right? So these are all adding to the supply. I am taking this entire market right now, even though the market's gone down, as somewhat of a buying opportunity, if there is an opportunity, and also a way to rethink the way I structure my business. I have actually now talked to a website designer. So people that hate my website, you can clap your hands more. I'm going to be getting it redone. I'm going to put more effort into it. I know a lot of you guys have complained, bitch, things aren't, up to date. Yeah, I'm going to get it done. My goal is to get it done either this year or by next year for sure, and have a full-fledged operating commerce site. Now, I'm going to be doing some changes that people don't usually do, but my goal is to be more competitive and at least have it not on eBay. I think it's smart too for like everything else that's changing. Things have evolved in the tech side of it, search, stuff like that. And I also think that I want to add in like estate management, type of services, other services that are a bit, maybe some, vintage Magic credit. If you want to borrow money against, if you want money versus your Magic cards, thinking about that too. So those are some like things I'm thinking about. How do I play the graded card world in all this? Well, my issue with the graded cards is that the saturation of them is pretty high. I'm really concerned that the wallet fatigue for big cards are starting to, not the big cards, but I'm talking about like just, a BGS 9.5 Alpha Lotus, a BGS 9 Alpha Lotus. Those cards were the premier cards that I could see going to $1 million in the next 5 years. Can I say that now? No. For the BGS 9.5 Alpha Lotus. And not talking about quads or whatever. I'm talking about basic. I thought in 5 years that guy could go to $1 million. I think it's going to be the same price it is today, if not a little bit less. That's my prediction. I think unless it's an ultra like a BGS 10 or a BGS 9.5 quad type of thing, plus, you're going to see a very hard time. One of the things was a lot of those cards were not deserving of the grade. That's one of the problems. So there's a supply of them that doesn't deserve it. Other thing is, you think about inflation and the value of cards, $500,000, $500,000, which is about the price, $400,000 to $500,000, is the price of a Lamborghini Aventador. Why the hell, if you're that rich, wanting to buy a Magic card? Luckily, the public who likes fashion and Louis Vuitton and fancy fine dining and $50,000 plane tickets, first class, on Singapore Airlines, those people mostly don't care about Black Lotuses or Magic cards. So the reliance on the people that are actually in our world, right? The tech guys who are nostalgic to this card. The lawyers, the doctors, the engineers, the teachers, whatever profession you are. You grew up loving these cards. Your money is now focusing on one thing more and more. What did I say before? Retirement. That's right. Retirement is on your mind. You are not buying these cards anymore as you used to. You've already bought the share that you wanted. In fact, you're probably thinking, wait a second, Dan. I need an appraisal. I need to think about, well, I have all this artwork, maybe artist proofs, altered cards. I'm getting older. I'm now turning 30s. Now I'm 40. I have obviously the kids, the wife, girlfriend. I need to buy stuff for her, whatever. You're realizing, aren't you, if you're watching this fucking video, that it's time to think about the future. I've gone through some health things like some of these other guys have shared online. Not as severe as some, but I will say that I have definitely aged. And it's taken its toll. Taking its toll. I think stress is a huge part of life that affects you. I think the way you eat, the diet, the way you exercise, it's the way you surround yourself with friends. I obviously think drugs, alcohol, all that stuff affects you. And while, you know, we all have all want that dopamine. We all want that like buzz, right? The magic buzz is falling apart. We're older. Some of it's forced. Some of it's forced. Some of it's because you have to get older. You have to grow up. You have to sell money for medical bills, for your daughter's college, her wedding, whatever. And there's also this factor that I'll mention is old school magic, Alpha 40. You can call them, people have done like pre-modern, stuff like that. Those groups of people, that's not growing. Generally, people who know about old school have known about it. It used to be when the cards were going up, especially just the old school cards, there was a time where they were steadily rising, right? All those cards are flattened big time. Yes, they're higher than 2017 prices, but all in all, they flattened and they've gone down. So, as far as this topic, well, I think you know where I'm going with it. If you're owning graded cards, you are going to have a situation where when is the next, you have to have enough buyers who really want to buy these high-end cars that are prices of Ferraris and stuff, sets, whatever, right? But these buyers are aging. They're thinking about vacations, different parts of your life, you know, not working as much, retiring. Are those buyers going to go on vacation and listen to their wife and help their children out? Or are they going to keep those magic cards and just keep adding to those? Or are they going to sell them? And are they going to move on and grow a different part of their life, which is more important? That is the reason why the market is down. And that is the reason why I think the market will continue being down if a few other things don't happen with the magic community as in the aging part. And that I'll talk about in another video. So, are you concerned? I'm a little concerned. Otherwise, enjoy your day and enjoy life. Be like Mickey. He's always smiling.
Hey guys, it's me, Daniel with VintageMagic.com. I'm here to share with you more about our deck and set collector fulfillment service. The deck fulfillment service caters to the player. And what that basically means is if you are a player looking to fulfill your old school Magic deck, certain Power 9 or key pieces in your Vintage deck, or dual lands in your Legacy deck, we have the inventory and the resources to help you fulfill your needs. Next, we have the set collector fulfillment service. This really caters more towards the collector. Oftentimes I've been asked, hey Dan, can you help me find this specific graded card for this set? Or Dan, can you find me these 20 cards left in my beta set? It doesn't matter what you're looking for, even if it's like every single Sarah Angel possible out there, I can help you out. My resources and extensive network in Magic the Gathering, I was able to help thousands of clients all over the world fulfill their needs. I've made it my mission at VintageMagic.com to be your one-stop shop for all your collector needs. For any significant item or collection, we're able to travel anywhere in the world to meet you. The reason why my clients love this service because it saves you time. What happens is collectors and players often search all over online or vendors and they never find exactly what they're looking for. By going to us, we are the only one-stop shop who can help you with your needs. Using our service gets you exactly what you want and saves you time and money.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
Hey everyone, it's Daniel Chang with vintagemagic.com. In this video, I want to run through our consultation service on vintagemagic.com. So what's really exciting to me about the consultation process is meeting you. I've met so many incredible people in the Magic the Gathering industry all over the world, and this consultation process is the key part to a successful working relationship. Getting hold of me is very simple. You could call or email me. We'll talk more about your needs. From all that information I gather in our call, typically about an hour long, I'm going to determine the best solution for you. So because we have such a suite of services that we offer, I'm going to sit down with a follow-up call, and then we're going to go off and determine what the best path is. I have experience in handling conversations in regards to large collections of artwork, sets of cards, either if it's graded or ungraded, raw cards. I also have dealt with collections with lots of misprints and oddities. Altered cards, sketch cards, and artist proofs are also one of my specialties. My experience in Magic Gathering has gone to any level of collecting you may have. I look forward to working with you.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
Thank you everyone for joining me. It's me, Daniel, with vintagemagic.com. I'm excited to share more about our appraisal services. All right, so the first step of the appraisal process is determining if your items are authentic. After determining that the items are authentic, we will then do a market evaluation of your items. So oftentimes clients ask me, hey Dan, I want to insure my collectibles. Well, after the authenticity and evaluation part of the appraisal process, I would then construct an official letter and we would send that off to the insurance company. Your insurance provider would then offer you insurance based on the evaluations and authenticity. We also offer pre-grading services. So collectors who are looking to save money on grading can go through us. We will actually grade and authenticate the cards before you send it off to grading, and that will save you potentially thousands of dollars on grading fees. Also, we offer estate collection services. So basically, if you've acquired a collection over the years, either from a family member or yourself, and you want to pass it down to your kids, we're able to determine valuations based on the levels of today.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
Hey everyone, it's me, Daniel with vintagemagic.com. I want to share with you more about how we handle consignments. So to begin the consignment process, we actually need to start with the consultation service. In this consultation, I will determine what you're looking to do. And generally, consigners usually tell me, hey Dan, I'm looking to sell my items and maximize the value of their collection. After we determine through the consultation, I usually like to do an appraisal process. And an appraisal process in terms of a consignment is more fitted towards authenticity and valuation for current market values. From there, after a contract is crafted and signed, we will then receive the items from you. The reason why our consignment process is very thorough is we also identify cards that could be graded so then they can maximize higher dollar values. So the payment process is very simple. Once we have sold your items, you'll get an updated ledger and we will process payment for whatever form of payment you need. As a consigner, you're going to experience our white glove service. What that means is I'm going to personally handle your collectibles from beginning to end. And rest assured, the client that purchases your collectibles will also receive the same white glove service. It's a signature service that I really pride myself on in working closely with my clients.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
Hey guys, it's me, Daniel with VintageMagic.com. Today I want to talk to you more about our artist representation services. If you have a portfolio of artists that you're looking for a commission, artist proofs, alters, signings, we are the one-stop shop you need. No one in the world has handled more important and rare Magic the Gathering art than myself. I've worked with some of the most iconic Magic the Gathering artists in working to acquire their original Magic art. The artist representation service at VintageMagic.com is a one-stop shop. Being an art collector myself, I know how important it is that your time needs to be saved. What happens is you have lots of different artists around the world to manage and contact. Why not have a company represent you on every single artist that you speak to? This way, every single commission, every artist proof, every alter, every signing is managed as a one-stop shop. I've had tremendous experience in working with Magic the Gathering artists all over the world, and I look forward to helping you complete your Magic the Gathering art collection.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.